The starting point, I guess, with anything, and I'm sure it's the same with a watch, great components is really fantastic ingredients. So how to cook the best steak, if you don't start with the best meat, you're never going to get there. So for us, Cape Grim, 36-month, dry aged, about 40 days, and you're left with this beautiful steak. The other thing that's really important is the seasoning. So the difference between a home cook and a professional cook is sort of how much salt you put on. So we're using charcoal. I'm always cooking with natural fuel, charcoal or wood, if I can. So straight down on the grill, and then really it's a matter of time. It's going to take about 8 minutes. And the whole idea is we're going to rest it for a few moments, and that helps if you imagine all the juices in the steak are running away from the heat, so they're all rushing towards the center. And if you take it straight off the fire and cut it, you end up having a pool of blood at the end. But the one thing to bear in mind with dry aged meat is that because we've spent quite a bit of time taking the juiciness out and creating complexity of flavour, it's not as juicy as fresh meat, so we don't rest it as long. That's a really important part. 5 to 8 minutes, whereas at home, if you're cooking, say, a decent sized chunk of fillet or a decent T-bone, you'd probably want to rest it for anything up to 10 to 15 minutes. So do you turn a steak once, twice, 3 times, whatever it might be, but what you want mainly is to get a nice crust and colour. So we hit it with a little bit of salt, a little bit of olive oil, and we always squeeze a little tiny bit of lemon, which is the sort of inspired by stuff that I used to eat when I was in Spain. So while I'm just putting this together, why don't you guys go and have a taste out of the steak?
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, okay.